Can Bitmine, BMNR, ever reach 300? Does the current price truly reflect its real value? Could short sellers pose a risk to BMNR? And at the same time, what recent developments around Ethereum are leading some institutions to prefer it over Bitcoin? Today, we will understand all of this calmly, using data and a logical approach. Welcome to Big B USA Stock, your daily source for U.S. stock market updates, trends, and insights. Stay ahead, stay informed. Subscribe now for daily update. This video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. First, let's talk about Bitmine's current condition. To understand the market, looking at price alone is not enough. Sentiment also matters. Right now, the Fear and Greed Index is around the 36 level, which indicates a fear zone. When the market is in fear, retail investors often make emotional decisions, either panic selling or moving to the sidelines. However, historically, it has been observed that smart money often enters during these fear phases. This is where we need to stay analytical rather than emotional. At the moment, BMNR is trading around $20. Because of this, many people on social media are asking whether short sellers are keeping the price under pressure. This is a natural question when a stock is trading far below its previous highs. But let's look at it through the lens of data. According to available financial information, Bitme, BMNR, has approximately $600 million in cash reserves and is generating around $1 million in daily income. This indicates a strong liquidity position. When a company holds that much cash, it has strategic flexibility, such as expansion, asset purchases, or treasury allocation decisions. There is also discussion in the market that if short sellers attempt aggressive pressure, Bitmine, BMNR, could open a large position of its own, which could impact Ethereum's price. If Ethereum appreciates, it could positively affect BMNR as well, and if the price rises, those holding short positions may face pressure. Generally, short sellers tend to target companies with weak balance sheets or limited cash. A strong cash position acts as a defensive shield. Beyond financial strength, there is another powerful factor: community trust. Recently, I conducted a poll on X, formerly Twitter, asking the community whether Bitmine BMNR could ever reach $300. Around 77% voted yes. What makes this interesting is that when the poll was posted, the price was not in a bullish trend. It was under pressure. Usually, optimism rises when prices are climbing. But if the majority remains optimistic, even during a decline, it suggests that confidence is not purely based on short-term price action. Leadership trust, especially in figures like Tom Lee, may also be playing a role. Strong community belief can sometimes influence market dynamics because sentiment itself is a real force. Now let's talk about Ethereum, which is an important part of this story. According to recent filings, Harvard reduced approximately 21% of its Bitcoin ETF exposure and took around an $87 million position in an Ethereum ETF. The dollar amount itself may not seem enormous, but the name Harvard carries weight due to its credibility. Large institutions and endowments often send signals to the broader market through their allocation decisions, and major investors closely watch such signals. Ethereum is often viewed not just as a digital asset, but as a programmable blockchain platform. Bitcoin is primarily associated with the digital store of value and currency narrative, whereas Ethereum powers smart contracts, decentralized applications, and a broader blockchain ecosystem. Because of this expanded utility, some institutions consider Ethereum's long-term potential more attractive. This is where BMNR's connection becomes important. Bitmine, BMNR, has significant exposure to Ethereum. If institutional sentiment toward Ethereum continues to improve, there could be an indirect positive impact on BMNR. Markets often move on narratives, and when institutional adoption and research-backed allocation decisions appear, confidence tends to build. Additionally, reports suggest that large institutions such as BlackRock and ARK Invest have accumulated Bitmine, BMNR shares in the recent period. There could be two possible reasons behind this. First, belief in Tom Lee's long-term strategic vision, and second, the perception that the current price may be trading at a discount compared to intrinsic value. Often, when retail investors are fearful, institutions accumulate quietly. Now, the biggest question: can BMNR realistically reach $300? The answer depends entirely on future market conditions, company execution, the crypto market cycle, regulatory developments, and macroeconomic factors. $300 could be seen as a psychological milestone, but reaching that level would require strong revenue growth, asset appreciation, and sustained institutional confidence. Overall, the picture looks like this. Bitmine, BMNR, is trading in a fear-driven environment but maintains a strong cash position. Community trust remains noticeable. Ethereum is gaining increasing institutional preference. Large players appear to be accumulating. Now the focus shifts to upcoming news, execution, and broader market developments to see what happens next. This was Big B Stock USA, bringing you the latest updates from the US markets. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.